Shaka Brown meditates.
Well, good afternoon. This is Shaka Brown. Yes, the meditation specialist. This is Sunday. And yesterday, I was meditating on Mark chapter 4, verse 40. And I was using the New King James Version. Now, here's what it says. Jesus was talking to this happened right after there's a storm. They went out on the boat, and Jesus was asleep, it says, on a pillow in the boat, and waters were coming all in the boat, and the disciples got all scared. So they went and they woke him up, and then Jesus said this to them. He said, "Why are you so fearful, and how is it that you have no faith?" All right. So I decided to focus on the first part. The first part is, why are you so fearful? So, and I wrote this down because, meditation, you speak, think, and you wait on the scripture, and you wait for the scripture to talk to you, or you wait for the content of the scriptures to flow into you. I'll put it that way. So I wrote this down. So there is a storm brewing, and water is flowing into the boat, a lot of it. And when that happened, a thought came to the disciples saying, "You're going to die. You're going to die." So the disciples believed it because of what they were seeing, and they believed it. And thus, they had an expectation of that promise. Yeah, you hear what I said? That fear is a promise. So Jesus was basically saying that they do not have to agree with that promise. See, I've never had this thought before about fear being a promise, ever. And I'm just meditating on the scripture. So fear is a promise of something to come. Shall I repeat that again? You might want to write that down. Fear is a promise of something to come. It looks for one, that is a person, to agree with it. And remember what Jesus said? Where two or more agree upon a thing, it shall be established. And I wrote here, where two or more agree upon a thing, birth is given to it. You agree with fear, even though it may not manifest right then and there at that moment. The process has begun. Even physiologically, you begin to act a certain way. There's stuff that's released into your body, and you respond or you react a certain way. And I'm just beginning to meditate on the scripture, because he says, "Why are you so fearful?" And I'm like, I'm wondering if many quote unquote Christians, when they read that part of the verse, if they stopped and thought, why are we so fearful? Why? For example, let me give you a fear. Someone is afraid of losing their job, right? And I began to think about that for a second. Someone who is afraid of losing their job. And I thought, okay, wait a second. A person might say, "I'm afraid of losing my job," but actually it goes deeper than that. They are afraid of losing a flow of money. That's what it is. And actually that job is a stream that they depend on for that flow of money. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like fear can be a tricky thing. You think it's this that you fear, but behind that is actually something else, right? And that's almost like, how can I say this? It's like a fence or I'm trying to find a word for this. The outward, it's like the body. You look at somebody, you see the body, right? And a person could be beautiful on the outside, But it's the inside that's really important. Beautiful person can kill you and destroy your life. And then they see if somebody else who's not that good looking, oh my God, they're so sweet and so wonderful. They take good care of you. All right. So it's not the external. So with the fear, you might see something external and think that this is it. But behind that, that is the real fear. Yep. I'm Shaka Brown. Bless your day.
Shaka Brown meditates.